Hi. Welcome to the Grand Ole Opry. I mean the Pink Palace. It is.
She's waiting for Mary Ann.
Hey, Mr. Dunn, sit down. You know we kid the ones we love. It's the Valentine's Day concert. Can you all hear me okay? I know it said comedian in the email. It's really not true at all. I tell silly jokes, dumb jokes. I try to get a laugh every now and then. And I do like to move around, but you know, this is different than it was last time. I'm gonna do this. That's okay. I promise, Hilary, I'll put it back when I'm done. The elephant says to the naked man, how do you breathe through that little thing? So welcome to the Pink Palace, the Valentine's Day musical concert. I really appreciate everybody coming out. It's a try. I mean, all these musicians we have here, and they are pros, unlike myself. They really are good. The nurse says to the doctor, there's an invisible man in the waiting room. The doctor says, oh, tell him I can't see him. That's awesome. I had no idea that was going to work. God. But I'll buy you a drink later. I'll hit twice. Oh, you know what I learned the other night? If you're from the north and you're about to tell a story, it always starts once upon a time. But if you're from the south, the story always starts, you are not going to believe this. It's kind of like when my wife and I, a couple of years ago on Halloween, we went into a restaurant / bar, and there was a couple of elderly ladies sitting there. It was really quite funny because they were quite old, and the one lady says, well, I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona, so obviously I'm not from the South. The one lady says, you know what? God bless you means, or bless your heart. Bless your heart. Really means kiss my ass if you're from the South. All right, here's my, you're not going to believe this. Once upon a time, there was a very, very wealthy Middle Eastern oil baron. He had 3 sons. One was 22, one was 20, one was 18. He says to the 22-year-old son, you're becoming a man, you're going to be going out in the world, you're going to get a profession, I have vast resources, I would like to give you a leg up in business, anything you're interested in, anything you're passionate about. And he says, well, yeah, Dad, you know, I went on an airliner a couple years ago. I flew commercial. Oh, it was fascinating. I loved this airplane. The flights, everything about it. I just love aviation. So his dad bought him American Airlines. Well, to the 20-year-old son, he says the same thing. Anything you're passionate about, anything I can help you in business, I'm very wealthy, I can help you out. He says, well, Dad, you know, I went on an ocean cruise last year, loved the boat, the ship, loved the sea. I was just fascinated by the cruise. So his dad bought him the Queen Mary. And to the 18-year-old, he says the same thing. And the 18-year-old says, well, Dad, you know, I was in the United States a couple of years ago, and I went to California. God, California was so cool. But I went to a place called Disneyland. That Disneyland, I'll tell you what, it was one of the greatest things I have ever seen in my life. But particularly, I met this character named Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse, Dad, was awesome. This character, I said, Dad, all I really want is a Mickey Mouse outfit. So his dad bought him Sea Trail Golf Club. any of you have a room to rent? Because I'm going to be unemployed very soon after telling that, I think. Well, I'm going to introduce the guests, our musicians. We have Jesse on the guitar. Hilary on vocals. Sandy on the electric piano. And Bill and Bill. What? Oh, I'm sorry, he's Bill. He's Bill. So let the show begin.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to, this is usually what I do with the Give My Regards to Broadway show, but tonight we're doing something a little special. We're going to really jazz it up for you. Hope you like it. We've been working really hard on these songs. We're going to start things off a little easy. We're going to swing a little easy with a tune that was made famous by a recording by Chet Baker. It's called Just Friends.
Think
liven things up a little bit now with a tune you guys will probably recognize. It was made famous by Frank Sinatra, Billie Holiday, and actually Willie Nelson as well. And I always think of that movie with Lily Tomlin and what's his name? You know, Steve Martin.
Steve Martin.
Yeah.
All of it.
All of them.
Oh, very good.
All of me, gonna take all of me. Can't you see? No one without you. Take my lips. I wanna lose them. Take my heart. I need you. Time, yours and mine. Let's leave eyes that cry. How can I count without you? You took the heart, now you took my heart. So why not make all of me free? Song on the soundtrack to the movie Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, sung by Paul Cole. And it was originally a French song by Jacques Parvet. I don't know if I pronounced that right. But, and then with English lyrics by Johnny Mercer. And it is a quintessential jazz standard, L'Automne Dimanche. The fall been to a previous concert might have heard us do that song, but this is a little bit of a different spin. The guitars, I think it was nice. We're going to switch seasons now to my favorite season. It's actually a song I've also sung before, but we're going to do this one a little bit differently. This is a George Gershwin tune from, it's an aria actually, from the opera Porgy and Bess. It has also become a jazz standard. But we are going to actually go a little south at Harmony Hall for our version of this song, and we're going to swing a little bit with a touch of the blues. Forward a few decades now. I need a sip of water. That pine dust stuff is starting. I saw it on my car. It kills the allergies. We're going to go up a few decades now, fast forward to the 1960s. Well, actually the 1960s by way of around 1931. We're going to do a real old song that was actually written in 1931, but it was made popular by the Mamas and the Papas in the 1960s. The wonderful Mama Cass Elliott, and I hope I can do it justice. Dream a little dream. Stars shining bright above you. Night breeze seems to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say, I cannot. going to turn this over to our two guitarists and our instrumentalists for an instrumental. This song was actually composed by, I think, a saxophone player, trumpet player, Stanley Turrentine. And it is basically his interpretation of the feeling of the blues. It's called Sugar. Take it away, guys.
What? The band guys are heckling me. This is what I was most worried about, not being able to move, so I can't dodge the tomatoes.
Just remember the board's only 15 feet long.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah. It's long enough around my neck. Hey, how good was that? God, dang it, fun. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the talent. Hey, happy Valentine's Day. A day and a half.
Hi. You didn't answer the phone.
It's not me. is my agent. Get another profession. My beautiful wife, Teresa. She's gonna kill me.
Aren't you used to it?
There. Guy goes to the psychiatrist. Oh, he is, doctor, I am not feeling right. I don't feel right. I don't know what's wrong. I'm not myself. Sometimes I feel like a pup tent, and sometimes I feel like a teepee. Doctor says, well, I think you're too tense. Now that I work at Seatrail, I realize we don't allow fivesomes, but from now on, these five can play anytime they want to with the golf club. A lady and her young 7-year-old son are in the back seat of a taxi cab, and they're going through a really bad part of town. And standing on the side of an intersection, corner, are 5 or 6 prostitutes. And the little boy says, Mommy, what are those ladies doing over there? And she says, well, son, they're waiting for their husbands to come home from work. Oh, okay. The taxi driver says, hey, lady, why don't you tell the kid the truth? Well, son, actually, I guess what they're doing is they sell sex to men for money. He says, oh, all right, Mom. Well, what do they do with all the babies? She says, well, eventually they become taxi drivers. Another guy goes to the psychiatrist. He's not well. He's just not himself. He is a mess. He's completely naked. He's wrapped from head to toe in cellophane. Clear plastic wrap. Doctor, I am struggling. I don't know what's wrong. Doctor says, I can clearly see your nuts. Thank you.
There's more, right?
No, it's time to turn it over to the town once again. But thank you very much. And Hilary is going to perform now.
I gotta tell you, that's a really hard act to follow. Brett, he's great. We love Brett. This next song is, you might recognize, it's a Rodgers and Hart song from some Broadway show that was forgotten a long time ago. And it's about a young couple in love in New York City. And all of the wonderful things that they do in New York. And of course, the irony of the song is that all of the things they talk about are really actually the worst and the cheapest and the most awful places that New York has to offer, but it's all they can afford. So those of you who are from the New York area or have been to New York, see how many places you recognize in this song. And if you've never been to New York at all, well, just enjoy the music. It's And tell me what street compares with what street in July. Spring pushcarts gently glide. The great big city's a wondrous toy. Paid for a world and more. Let's turn Manhattan into an isle of joy. But by the way, Childs, where they were going to star together, I had to look that up. That was a cheap restaurant in the 1930s. Who knew? We're going to kind of heat things up again a little bit with some bossa nova. It was very popular in the 60s, and I believe this song actually was one of those jazz pop crossovers. And it was sung by Astrid Gilberto, made it famous, and it's called Summer Samba, or Some Nights. Someone to hold me tight, that would be very nice. Someone to love little later in the show. But we're actually going to do some. This is actually, I think, one of the most modern songs in our set list tonight, and it's written and recorded by Van Morrison, and it is about his favorite season of autumn. It's called Moon Dance.
That's the funniest thing I have to say.
Is that yours?
It's a marvelous night for a moon. The stars are burning bright. A man's fabulous night to make romance. The color of October skies. And the leaves on the trees are falling. To the sound of the breeze are blowing. I'm trying to dance to the flow. Your heart's beating pace and slow. soprano. I had to say to myself, voice? I said to myself, voice? I think it was great. Bill Fritch convinced me to do it, and I think it turned out great. Did not have it in me. This next song is a song I didn't really know anything about, except that it is from a movie called Iceland from 1942, I think. And it's become a jazz standard. It's called There Will Never Be Another You. Old Blue Eyes himself, Frank Sinatra, made this one famous, and he did it with the Count Basie Orchestra on his album It Might As Well Be Swing. 90 to the Moon. Okay, this next song, we're back to the bossa nova again. And this song has a little bit of a backstory. It was recorded by Stan Getz with Japanese baritone. And actually, Gilberto's wife. Yes. Well, actually, keep drinking because the more you drink, the better we sound. But in any case, they wanted to do an English language version of this song. But the only person in the Brazilian group who could speak English was Gilberto's wife, Astrid Gilberto. And so she sang that and made the song famous. I think it launched her career. Then actually Stan Getz had an affair with her, and Gilberto never worked with her again after that. So the girl from Ipanema. So actually, in my case, the boy from Jesse Patterson. On the other lead guitar, Bill Fritz. On keyboard, Randy Kagan. And on drums, Bill Warren. Not done yet. We got one more for you, and for this one, it's very special. So get close to your sweetie for this number, and if you don't have a sweetie with you, borrow someone's. We're going to. You guys get a very romantic. You like that? I see my sweetie way in the back.
Once in a while you get caught, and he was back in the season in the office.
That's a wrap.
As always, I think we have the room to about 9:30 or 10 or something like that. So feel free to relax, enjoy, finish your wine. I think I'm going to get myself a glass of wine.